Good morning friends, welcome to SNRJ Investment Academy. Today we will be discussing about Castrol India Limited. Castrol India Limited is world's leading manufacturer, distributor and marketer of premium lubrication oils, greases and related services. This company share is trading at currently at 110 level, and the 52-week high of the share was 162 and 52-week low was 89.6. So the current price is trading at its lower level. The PE of the share is 60.7 and book value is 12.8. Dividend yield is 5.01. The ROCE and ROE of shares are this share is very good, and the ROCE of the share is 90.7 and the ROE is 65.4%. The current price of the share is trading at its lower level, and even though the parameters are very good, so we need to analyze why the share is trading at its low level, and what are the strategies we need to apply while investing in this company. It's not like that the share is trading at low level, we will invest and it will go up. So we need to analyze clearly why the share is trading at low level, and we need to analyze whether our investment will be the capital will be going down or we will be getting a capital appreciation at by investing in this level. If you see the overall chart of this share, the company has appreciated over time, and the highest peak it touched was 270. From highest peak, currently the share is trading at 109 level, and for the 5 years if you see 50% negative return this company is given. So we should be very careful while investing in such companies, because if our capital is not protected then and loss coming, then why should we invest in such shares? By fundamentally analysis, everything is good, all the parameters the share is trading below its intrinsic value, all other parameters are good, and then the dividend yield is also very good, 5.1% at this price level you will be getting, and the company is debt free company, and the company is having good cash flow, and the cash balance, free cash is there with the company. All these things are good, but the share price is declining. So how we will invest in this company, that we need to have a strategy. What I am suggesting is that even current price is very good. If you are investing at this level, you will be getting an advantage of price advantage of the person who invested at this 207 level, the person who invested at 150 level, the person who invested at 120 level. Compared to the we will be getting good entry point in this company. So only small portion, not all of your money you should invest in this company right now. 110 level you can invest some portion, and 105 you should be prepared for this share to come up to 85 level. So if you are planning for that and investing part by part, you will be getting you'll be averaging your investment overall cost, and at this price level also the company fundamentally good, and there is no doubt about the fundamentals of this company, and you will be averaging your investment when the company price again go down. If it is going up, you stop investment, do not invest above 110 level. If the price is coming down, then again do the further investment, or also you plan a total amount how much you will be investing in this company. If you should not cross that limit, so that you will be comfortable. Even if for long term, if the price is not going up, then you will be in a protected mode. We need to analyze why the company share is going down even though the fundamentals are good. The main threat or challenge is that the company is market leader in lubricants, and one major portfolio is automobiles. In India, for the next within 10 years there will be electric vehicles coming into the market. Government is planning to move to electric vehicles. So considering that in electric vehicles the usage of lubricants is very less or limited, so that's why market know this, and institutional investors also know, and retail investors also know this. That's why even though the company is good, people are or investors are not investing in this company. That is the main reason, and this is a short term or challenges for the company to come up with new ideas and strategies to counter this. Since this company is not having any debt and the company management is good, I'm sure they will be coming up some new products and new marketing strategies to cover this challenge. So we need to see how all these things will come into play, and so we should be not take full exposure in this company at this price. You will be slowly taking the overall opportunities by investing at lower level, and if there is any good thing, something turned to be positive from management side and company side, the market will react and market will start to buy this share, and institutional investors also accumulate this share, and then share price go up. So before that you need to accumulate, but you should not take full exposure. It can go in that side, either way. The company may not be able to come up with the new products to counter the electric vehicle challenge, then that will be a threat for this company, overall profit of this company. The company will come up some products and portfolio, then it will be very positive for this company. So we need to keep that in mind while investing in this company. Otherwise the fundamentals are very good, and then the dividend yield also very good. Company is consistently giving dividend. From the annual report of this company, the managing director is saying that this year they are exploring new business models beyond lubricants. These include vehicle care, co-branded products like bike and car shampoos, glass cleaners, cream waxes, dashboard and tire dressers. Like that, they are coming up with new technologies and new products. So definitely company is moving towards that diversification, and they know the threat. But in this annual report, they are not mentioning in detail of these things. Opportunities and threats of this company. Opportunities are the personal mobility, OEM, tie up with OEM, then medium light commercial vehicles, improving technology in trucks, and BS6 compliance. All these things are known to the market. Currently the personal mobility and automobile sector is showing some problem due to coronavirus pandemic, but slowly the sector is moving to positive side, and things are improving. And for the 2-3 years we can see good opportunity for this company, since the automobile sector will come up, and new product launches and new vehicles will be coming to the roads. But for the next 10 years this electric vehicle challenge is a major challenge for this company in this sector. Companies recognizing threats are economic uncertainty and competitive activity, and there are competitors there in the market, but this company is a leader in this segment, so there will not be much threat from that. But automobile lubricant sector can see some sluggishness after electric vehicles come into the market. And other product wise categories are automobile lubricants, then industrial lubricants, marine and energy lubricants. These two sectors will be growth engine for the company once the economic activity is coming back. And automobile lubricants also see for the short term 2-3 years will be good performance will be there. We see the financial highlights of this company, then the chart shows good sales growth over the years from 2013 to 2019. Then profit after tax also gone, and then return on net worth also consistently improving, and the dividend also, company is giving good dividend, and last dividend was given as 5.5 per share, and it's consistently increasing. Overall things, these things are very good. Only the thing is that short term challenge of this COVID pandemic, and long term challenges that the electric vehicles, and how the company is coming up with new products to overcome that challenge. If we see the shareholding pattern of this company, the promoters are holding 51% and the mutual funds are holding 4.47%. Domestic institutional holdings are 18.66, and FIS are holding 11.46, and other parties and retail investors are holding 18.88%. There is no much change in the overall holding of this company, and only some slight changes are there, that is negligible. So shareholding pattern wise also it's very good that the promoters are holding 51%, and FISR and DAS and mutual funds are having investment in this company. So overall, if you are seeing, the company is good, fundamentally strong, zero debt company with good ROC and ROE. Definitely the price is also very good, attractive, and only the worry is that the price may correct further, and we should be prepared for that. And company is having a challenge of these electric vehicles, and we need to keenly watch how the company is overcoming that challenge and diversifying its portfolio. Definitely you can invest, but you need to keep in mind that you should not be fully invested in this company. You should be start accumulating slowly, steadily, and below 110, 105, 100, 95, 90 level you can accumulate more. And the price, definitely for long term company, I am sure that the company will come up with good alternate products and strategies to counter this electric vehicle issues. For short term, if there is any economic activity coming back in automobile sector, and new launches are coming, and new sales increase, then definitely this company will also see some growth in that. But we should not be investing in this company by for this short term duration, because if the prices again go down, and then you will be stuck in that share. So you should be having a long term view if you are investing in this company, and you should be not be investing fully in this company at this level. Hope this video was helpful for you. If you feel that we are providing value to your investment, then please click the like button and subscribe to our channel for more such videos. Thank you.